The second salient feature of Indian Constitution is there is a blend of rigidity and flexibility. So if you observe, whatever the rules and regulation you make today, they may not be useful for tomorrow, because the time gets changed, the time gets evaluated, the situation of today's may be different from tomorrow's. So for this reason, the constitutional makers with their far vision have made this constitution a fine blend of rigidity and flexibility. So there are some provisions that time rolls on, you can change the rules and regulation through amendments, or for the changes which comes in the future or which comes according to the situation, you can change the constitution, or you can modify the constitution, or you can even alter the constitution, or you can even repeal some of the parts of the constitution according to the necessity or according to the needs of that particular time. So with this part, we call the constitution, with this statement base, we can classify a constitution as a rigid constitution and a flexible constitution. Then what is rigid constitution and what is flexible constitution? A rigid constitution is one, you can't change the constitution or you can't amend the constitution. If I want to use the technical term, if you want to amend the constitution, you can't amend it normally. You need some special provisions, or you need some special chances to amend this constitution in order to change the rules and regulation which is already present in the older constitution. You need some special majority to prove that that particular change is required for the present society. This is called as rigid constitution. When it comes to the flexible constitution, you need not worry about changing this constitution with a special provisions. Just like ordinary laws are amended, or just like ordinary rules can be changed, you can change even the provision even the constitution which is already present in the oldest constitution or previous content which is present in the constitution. So flexible constitution is one such that it can be modified, altered or amended easily like ordinary law according to the necessity, according to the needed situation or needed times. So in what way India is a rigid constitution and in what way India is a flexible constitution? So if in case of rigid constitution, America is one such constitution. America has one such constitution where the constitution can't be amended very easily. It needs special powers to amend the constitution. But in case of Britain, it is very easy that like ordinary laws, the constitution can be amended very easily, where the constitution has got the more flexibility. So in case of what is India, in case of India, India has got a good blend or fine blend of rigidity and flexibility. So we do have some provisions which are responsible to change the constitution in a more rigid way, and we do have some provisions where we can change the constitution in a flexible way. So we do have that both blend of rigidity and flexibility. So when you come to the majority, when you come to the amendment part, which you are going to study in the future lessons, you'll observe that for some amendments special majority is required, and for some amendments a simple majority is required. So in detail we are going to study in the next lessons in the part of amendments. So in one word, for this question, if you read this mains question, Indian constitution is neither rigid nor flexible but a synthesis of both. Do you agree? So here the question requirement is that you are proving that India has got neither a rigid constitution nor a flexible constitution, a synthesis of both. You need to substantiate this statement or your view in this. So as I said, make some points where India has got some provisions where the constitution can't be changed in a flexible manner and can't be remained in a rigid way. So with these points you can answer this question. I think you have understood in what way India has got a blend of rigidity and flexibility in our constitution.